pushed a lot of guns into a particular area. Even if during the course of amnesty you say they should drop their guns, there are so many that didn't come out. The guns will find something to do. You know, especially when the people are not, they are hungry. The guns will find something to do. So that's why I want to advocate that we should not just close any door in trying to solve the problem. If the amnesty door can solve it, let it be open. Empowerment door, let it be open. Continuous engagement door, let it be open.
You talked about kidnapping just now, and only recently, Your Excellency, you declined to assent to the bill authorizing a death penalty for kidnappers. What can we do to stop people from perpetrating these crimes if you don't believe that execution would deter them?
Well, let me say this. Execution has never stopped any crime. There were 2 criminals that were executed with Jesus Christ. The crimes they committed that led to the execution, that crime is still until today. So execution has never stopped any crime. That is one. In the days of Anini in Benin, there was the firing squad. Anini was killed publicly and all that. It didn't stop armed robbery. Okay, that is one. Then, 2, sometimes when you condemn people to death, you might be condemning the wrong person, or you might condemn somebody who did not commit any crime. Thirdly, on kidnapping. You know, we are politicians. And one of the reasons why we have a lot of small arms today in society is for politics. Sometimes politicians, I'm a politician, so I can say this. Yeah, sometimes politicians arm their supporters. You know, instead of working towards voting, they work towards violence. Now, at the end of the political activity, these guns are with these boys. They use them for all sorts of things, including kidnapping. So, we should disarm these our boys. We should disarm them. that is one. Then 2, as our own strategy, we are also empowering the security agencies, the police, the army, and all the other agencies to deal with this issue. Of course, the intelligence gathering is very key. We have been going around traditional rulers, religious leaders, leaders of the communities, talking to them. They need to give us intelligence. They need to let us know where these people are taking to. So those are some of the strategies we are using.
Still talking about security, where do you stand on the federal versus state police debate?
Oh, I'm for state police. I'm one of the advocates for state police. It's not as if we are saying you should scrap the federal police, but there's a limit to which you can go in terms of the federal police. The numbers of policemen that can be employed by the federal is quite limited, and they cannot go around. And moreover, you employ a policeman in Delta, you are posting this policeman to Sokoto. He doesn't understand the terrain of Sokoto. It takes him for quite some time. But if you have a state police you employ locally and within the vicinity, first he understands that he understands the terrain. 2, his family is around. So if there's any criminal, like, okay, let me take that community I was talking about, for instance. If we had that state police, and we had people from that community and the state police, they know that whatever that the criminal activity that guy is carrying out is affecting the community, because the next victim of that kidnap can be somebody from around there. Of course, it will be more serious in trying to fish out the criminal. So I'm seriously for state police.
We'll take a break now, and when we return, Governor Emmanuel Uduaghan will be facing the public probe.
Fun, inspiration, and knowledge. That's what you get from readers, writers, publishers, and the entire book world. Get some interesting reviews, events, interviews, and latest updates from the book world. The Channel Book Club, inspiring you one page at a time.
Welcome back. Voice of Delta asks via Twitter, why the current rush work on infrastructural development, and what has government been doing since 2007?
Well, I don't know whether to call it rush work. Now, from 2007 till now, we've been doing a lot. But you see, there are stages in development. You have the planning stage, you have the execution. And again, you also have challenges of funding. You know, in the first few years, I had a lot of challenges of funding because, like, when I came, our oil production had dropped. We used to be number 1, but we had gone down to number 4. And the amount that was coming to the state was much reduced. And at the same time, there was so much increase in wages. The wage bill increased from 3 billion to 7 billion a month. You know, so you have to face the wage, the worker salary increased, the allowances increased. A young person who was receiving maybe 200,000 before now receives 700,000. You know, so you have that increase in wage bill by over 100%. So we have to deal with all those. So at least because your overhead had increased because of the wage bill, of course, it reduces the money available for capital projects. But at least we've been able to move beyond that, and we have a lot more money freed now for infrastructure development.
Talking about wage bill, I remember that when the governor of the central bank suggested that we cut down on the number of public servants so that we can have more money for capital development, Your Excellency said, no, we can't do that. But apparently it's a problem that you have in Delta State.
No. What I said was that, yes, there's
no,
need.
We shouldn't do that.
There's need for reduction of the wage bill. There's need for reduction of the workers. But you can't just drop them because you create another social problem. You create more criminals. The people you just, okay, assuming there are 5,000 workers and you drop 3,000 or you drop 2,000 because you want to reduce the wage bill. What happens to the 2,000 you have dropped? They have nothing doing, so half of them might resort to criminality. And you now need a lot more money to deal with that criminality than you would have done before. So my argument is, in reducing the number of workers, you must do something to the ones that you want to remove. There must be something for them to do. And that is why I'm advocating that the issue of empowerment outside government should be seriously looked into. And that's what we are seriously looking into. How do we attract industries? Let us, first of all, invest in infrastructure and let the industries come. So that these people that are working in government, you can even move some of them to the industries. So the industries take over their responsibility. And that was exactly what I'm saying. That we must prepare the ground for the reduction of people are coming to government. In those days, people were not coming to government. They were not interested in government work. They would rather go and work in other places where they earn bigger salaries. It's not that everybody wants to come into government. So we must prepare what I call the ground outside government to receive these people that are no longer going to be in government, so that you don't just push them into society. That was my argument.
Well, we have one more question via BBM. BC asks, your relationship with the former Governor Ibori can be likened to that of a mentor and a mentee. Would you be favorably disposed to granting him amnesty like President Jonathan did for former Governor Alami?
Maybe if I'm in that position, then I'll cross that bridge.
You will cross that bridge? When
I get there, I'll cross it.
How much progress has been made in the state's efforts to get the $15 million that was allegedly offered to the former EFCC chairman as bribe? I know that the Delta State has been working.
Yeah, we're in court.
Yes.
We have shown, indicated our interest in court, and I think it's been handled at that level.
But the question being asked is, how can the Delta state government be sure that the $50 million belongs to...
Like I said,
when neither former Governor Ibori nor anyone has come up to say, we have had that money.
If no one came out there, we came out.